Guys, so this is the second part of Sap Secrets of the Pharaohs.
Part two.
Today, me and Nick are gonna explain how we made seasons.
Y'all thought this was gonna be about Priuses.
So we got this project file here, and it's unmastered because Genghis mastered it, and you should hit him up for mastering because he's
make that
pretty
man
cheap.
some money.
And so
He got
we're
student loan
just-
debt to pay off. Make this man some money.
So we're gonna explain kind of a breakdown of every group that we have here.
There's a
about
lot of 'em.
50 tracks in this song, and there's only about 15 of these. So grouping is really a cool thing in Ableton. Makes your whole big ass project pretty.
It basically makes your life a lot
and
easier.
you can do this fun color thing as well. So to anyone who's an Ableton noob or just wants to get started in Ableton, it's a good thing to know right off the bat if you hate messy project files. So let's get into this fucking 808. So what's going on here? The breakdown kind of goes like this and has this 808 part, right? You got a little pitch automation on it and whatnot.
Yeah.
So,
Little tip that you can notice in here, it says drum rack on it. It's because the drums were originally recorded in the drum rack, and then we moved those kicks up there so it fits the pattern exactly.
So we copied the MIDI. That's a really fast way to go about getting a basic, bass line going in a trap song, because usually, sometimes they're not gonna have 808 kicks on every single kick.
Yeah.
But a lot of times you do want them to coincide, and especially when we'll go into the drums next, but you'll see our drums are a little offbeat. They're not quantized, so
they're a little fucking weird.
It's a little easier this way to get everything lined up so you don't get a nasty crash of your 808 kick and your regular kick smushing together and getting all fucked. So as far as effects here, this is pretty simple. This is just an 808 sample that we have. It's just a Lex Luger 808 that I've run through a guitar distortion pedal and then recorded back into Ableton. And we pretty much did nothing to it. This I saw is pretty bad engineering. Don't boost your gain with the utility. Try to use compression because it's a little cleaner that way, but this is just how we mixed it.
Or don't do it and disregard what he said. There is no right or wrong way, but you typically shouldn't do this.
It's not good engineering. Here's something that is good engineering. Right after our 808 in our effect chain here, we've got Ozone open, and the way that I've got this EQ'd is a brick wall at 30 hertz, because you're not really going to hear anything under 30 hertz except rumble. This is going to fuck your bass tracks up. Like, always make sure to EQ out some of that rumble, and you're going to probably want to do that on your master as well, but
it's just not beneficial to have.
Yeah, it's not beneficial to have. Why not take it away? You're not going to be able to hear it, but sometimes, especially with bass tracks, you're going to hear some of that rumble, and it can really clean up your bass. Bass is simple. Keep it simple. Always listen to it on headphones or sub and make sure you're not just doing something really dumb. So let's go into the drum track here. We got Nick's drums and my drums. We do pretty similar drum stuff. We both like to use drum racks. So Nick's drums here, looks like we've got a drum rack and a couple other things. This hi-hat pattern here, just really subtle.
Yeah, it just adds more texture.
Just adds a bit of texture. We've got a vinyl sample somewhere in here.
It exists.
Yeah, no, I made it. So, I thought I named it.
Wait,
anyway.
Scroll down. I think I just saw it. Just go up a little bit more. That's the vinyl sample.
Is that it?
Yeah.
Oh, this is the
no,
shaker.
Thing. That's a shaker.
Yes,
Never
we
mind.
Got a shaker
we
as
have
well.
a vinyl
So
sample.
he's got quite a few things going on here, but let's dive into the kick and snare.
All right. The reason why these drums sound the way they do is they're played in.
Yeah,
None of this quantizing stuff.
These are played with an MPC, and as you can see, there's not too much, but there's a little bit of a velocity.
There's a little bit of variation
to kind of give it a more human feel. But if you come and look at the MIDI here,
you still have the shaker.
All right. So as you can see here, shit's kind of coming early. You got the snap coming in a little bit before the snare on most hits, which really just kind of gives it, I don't know, it gives
It's
it
more texture.
Yeah,
It's more texture results.
yeah.
Gives it more dynamics because you've got your snap and your snare hitting at 2 different times, so it just kind of like leads into it. It gives it a bit of a backspin is a dumb word to use, but I'm gonna use it anyways. Oh, another thing to mention about these drums, the reason why they sound kind of just weird is there's grain delay on them.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. So did you do track delay as well? So that kind of ties in.
No, there was no track delay. I
yeah.
think I just put it at 0.
Let's check it out. My trackpad wants to help me. I really
No,
gotta
it's
get
on
my
the
mouse
it's
game.
on the group.
Oh, on the group?
I think so. Yeah.
Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah. So we got a grain delay here on the group. As you can see here, this you know, you're not getting too much with this because it's you know, it's not a brick wall EQ, but we've EQ'd a little bit of the low end that might have been just the way low end that you don't want out of that kick. As you can see here. So that kind of mellows it out, and that's good. We've got that on all of the effects here, as well as drowning out some of the shit that might be in other samples somehow.
No, I think we did the cutout right there at the Ozo.
Oh yeah, so
that was a stock EQ.
So yeah, this is bad engineering. So I would go back to this and delete this EQ, but you know, we already put out the song, so it's too late for that. Anyways, let's move on. So those are Nick's drums. My drums are essentially the same. I did them for the drop part, and they're pretty much the same. Just some subtle percussion in here, but we have another percussion group that explain kind of the drum fills and other hats and flares and accessories. So moving on, that's just a reverse sample and an audio track. This is the sample that's been going on, so we just cut some Hiroshima off YouTube.
I ain't gonna lie, I straight up
like
sampled this
YouTube
shit off
sample.
YouTube. It's 128, it's not high quality.
Oh, and there's
that's
our
not
vinyl.
fine. There's the vinyl.
There's our vinyl fuzz. So it, like when this part comes in the beginning and it's kind of fuzzy, we got a little bit of this going on, and yeah,
it's just texture.
More
just texture.
Yeah. So, anyways, moving on from there, we got some of the main synths, and this will tie a bit into the last video, and I'll kind of walk you through some of these. So, in the first drop part, we got this ish. You know, we got this clave lead thing.
We took that from this broken Yamaha keyboard that wasn't broken at the time,
so
but
I
is
think
now
it's
very
just
broken.
really it's just a clave sample, and it's nothing really too fancy. We converted it to audio, but yeah, we pretty much just took a clave song and did all the stuff we talked about in the last video to it. You know, lots of erosion, lots of you can hear that wide noise in there for sure, and we definitely used grain delay. So it gave it kind of a cool texture, as well as like we've got the sound in here.
It's just a Ruda sound.
Little Saruda type sound in here. And then
show them the fill at least. The fill is lit.
Oh, this one?
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's an example of, like I showed you guys in the last video, where I just kind of chopped up you know, this sample here too, and it looks like these are eighth note triplets. You know, and so just chopping up like a sound, you know, like that, can give you a cool little
dynamic
trap fill effect, or whatever you're trying to do. So, moving on, we got Nick's bass that comes in the beginning, halfway through the intro.
It's just 2 D2 saw waves.
Yeah, it's very simple.
It's an old school Reese.
Just analog, yeah, like kind of a Reese sound. It looks like it was kind of weak, so we gave it a little my low end with this. I'm not super happy with this 6 decibel blast over there, but sometimes you know, you're going through trying to come up with ideas and you know, working really fast, trying to be creative, and you're not really thinking about bad engineering decisions that you're making.
What you got to remember is we did this all in a day.
Well, not even that, just make sure to get it when you're mixing.
Yeah.
You know, we apparently missed a couple things, but
only a few.
So now next we got this Rhodes and pad, and this is pretty simple. This is also analog as well. I believe Nick did this, and it's just a little pad thing to go with it. Yeah.
I can't even hear it, but it exists. It's doing something. You can see audio coming out.
Oh, you can hear it. Yeah, it's super subtle, and then we've got this.
These Rhodes we also got from the Yamaha.
Yeah, probably quite a bit of Oh, looks like there's a chorus effect on there, you know, to give it a little, you know, a little more atmosphere. So that kind of helps with this part. Let's see.
Just more pads.
More pads. These are pretty much just the same thing, I believe. Oh, yeah, it's the same thing. Yeah, I think we had oh,
That
I
might
guess
be a
we didn't really
mistake.
do some panning. That was kind of stupid.
Oh,
But
well.
going back, I mean, this is you know, a good tip, I think, is like if you want to layer pads and you know, if you don't want to widen it, or if you want to widen your stereo range without using an imagery or something, I mean, the panning is great, and as long as you don't pan hard left, right on both of them, they're not going to cancel out.
Yeah.
And it's going to add a lot of depth to your pads. So it's a pretty simple thing, layering. You know, you do it when you record guitars for rock music. You know, so it's really important to remember
You just
stuff
do
like
it.
that.
You just do it.
Panning.
Nike.
Okay, so
Sponsor
looks
us,
like we've
Nike.
got some more pad bullshit here as well.
No, these are just the pianos.
Oh yeah, this is just some piano. So what do we have going on here? Oh, looks like we just recorded this in. You hear that like erosion kind of sound? Did we bounce it to audio perhaps?
Yeah, no.
I don't remember
we
how we
recorded.
got this.
I recorded all that in.
Ah,
And
okay.
then I was
yeah,
like,
so
okay,
we
these
just
are the two.
recorded Nick kind of fucking around on the roads, so that's what all this is, and then looks like
It's all lit. That's
yeah.
just the littest part.
It sounds pretty sweet, yeah. I would say. Just some chords. I don't know. Try to put chord progressions in your music, make it fun, interesting, maybe.
Oh, these jump sounds.
We got this thing. Yeah, I thought this was a really cool sound. This is also made in a really similar way to the ones I was talking about in the last video. You can see here I got the frequency shifter, followed by an erosion with the sine shaper here.
This was also another sound recorded off the Yamaha. Basically, what I'm
Yeah.
trying to tell you is you should be recording all your sounds.
Yeah, recording your sounds in is fun, and it's definitely can give you some more unique sounds, I think. It's just more fun, really, than just using a bunch of crappy sound packs.
It's more hands-on.
Yeah. And so we got this grain delay here, a little auto filter. It looks like, I think it's automated, so
Let's just
but it
not
looks like
touch it.
taking a little bit of that top end off, and then followed by a reverb.
Oh,
Pretty-
and it's an
simple.
auto filter. It's a filter down. That's what it was.
Yeah, it's a little filter down automation, so you can see the automation there. So automating Ableton's pretty easy. You just click on whatever you want to automate. So here's the frequency, and then if you click on it, it kind of pops up in this lane here, or you can pop it up in its own lane by going like this and pressing show automation in new lane. So that can be useful, and you can also copy and paste automation or whatever. So yeah, you just kind of click in. So automating Ableton is pretty easy. Where were we up here? Oh, we've got a bit of guitar that we recorded in as well.
Just
Reverb, guitar,
texture.
pretty simple. Yeah, it's great texture. And then it looks like we just got some chants here. So as you can see, this track's actually quite simple for having 50 tracks. But thought it came together well.
It did.
Mastering would be for another video. Right now I've just got a clean compressor on. This is something I'd probably typically have.
While making.
Kind of over compressed though. This is pretty fresh.
Yeah,
Yeah, while making it, this is nice to kind of have. It boosts the volume a bit with a little bit of compression. So
and it really exposes.
make sure your
what's-
makeup is close to your makeup. Or your makeup is close to your threshold, or the gain reduction that's happening here. And well, as you can see, this makes it a little bit louder. So, but you can see the dial will pop up to 5. You know, when we're playing this part. You know, so this is the amount of gain that's being reduced with the compression, and then this makeup amount here is how much is being made up. So, you know, if these were the same value, then you wouldn't hear a change in volume. So it's a good way to, you know, compress. The compressor is great in Ableton. There's also VSTs you can get that are good, but yeah, that's basically it. As you can see, it's like really pretty simple. Just a lot of recording audio in and applying effects to it, and yeah, just trying to get the song going. I think that's about it.
Yeah, we can just skip to the shredding.
Oh yeah, and then we recorded a little bit of guitar at the end.
Some bass and guitar.
So we got some chopped up. Oh yeah, we didn't even look at this. Yeah, so we just you know, got a little guitar in, and Looks like this might have been an alternative take or something. Recorded some electric bass in. If you don't have an interface and you produce, I highly recommend you buy one.
So you can record
So you can
sounds
record
with
sounds
your
with your
Yamaha
computer.
keyboard.
And yeah,
Yeah, that's
tons
it.
of fun. That's about it. Have a nice day, kids, and fucking
Stay in school.
till next time.
Next week I teach you how to
fucking
make crack with toothpaste.